All right, thank you everybody for joining us. My name is Jeff Hybeck. I am somebody who wears many hats for SEM, and it's refreshing for me today because this is a webinar where I'm not going to have to speak a lot. It is something that, obviously I think most advisors and clients know that I've been here almost since the beginning of SEM as we celebrate our 30th anniversary here. And one thing that's always been important to us is we focus on continuous improvement. And that means in all facets of our business. And it is something that I hope you are as excited about as I am as we go through this. And I look back at things, and there's been so many iterations of our website over the years. Our first one is almost laughable of how bad it was back in 2002. It was basically a placeholder because compliance wouldn't allow financial advisors to have too much on the internet back then. And we've gone through a lot of improvements. I think one of the biggest ones was a high school project that Courtney did back in 2016, where she separated the Traders blog into its own website. And that became something that, to this day, the Traders blog is our most popular portion of the website. And it was a big improvement. And then in 2017, Courtney helped us with our rebranding and a fresh look to our website. And I was surprised. That was 5 years ago that we did that. It seemed like we just finished that project. And then in 2020, Dustin helped us redo the blog. And not only did it visually look better, it was way easier for me to edit. Hopefully everybody's appreciated how much more content I can put out and how quickly I can put it out. Pictures, everything, all the charts I use now are very easy to add. And so at that time, back in 2020, we had put on the board that we were going to redo the whole website. Obviously, we didn't know COVID was coming when we did that planning, but this is something that's been in the works for quite some time, and I am very excited about it. I do just want to say, because I know, especially the people listening to this webinar, you're heavy users of the website, and we understand that and we appreciate that. But I do want to remind people that the primary purpose of any website is obviously a marketing tool. And we know now in this day and age, that's the first place people go, and you have to keep it fresh. You have to constantly be changing the technology behind it. And so that is one thing that you will see, hopefully, is it's much more visually appealing. The other use that we've seen is for our client outreach or investor outreach. We do a lot of things where we try to educate people. So I think that's something that's very important here in the new website. It's easy to find. But then, of course, the most users are on the advisor side. And so what Courtney and Dustin are going to do today is show you where you can find the most popular items from the website, and just help you so that you can continue using this tool like you're used to using. So with that, I'm going to stop speaking and turn it over to Dustin Briles, our Director of Technology, and Courtney Hybeck, our Director of Marketing.
Awesome. Thanks for that introduction, Jeff. It's been a fun project. I do dig this kind of thing, and I think Courtney likes designing things and then telling me to make it happen. So it's been fun. As Jeff said, this is meant to be an advertising piece, and so we were very cognizant of that. But you guys need to know how to use it, who have already been using the old website, which looks completely different. So we're going to walk through some of that, and I'm going to switch over to it now. So hopefully you guys can see that up there. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Yeah, so this is the test website right now. Tomorrow, everybody should see it as semwealth.com. You'll see it's testsite.semwealth.com. And if you happen to go there right now, you'll see what we're seeing. But just be aware that things may change between now and then. But on to what we're looking at here. So as Jeff mentioned, it's supposed to be sort of like an advertisement for us on the homepage. So we'll scroll through that right now. The first thing you see is this nice, beautiful picture of a road with our tagline, "A smooth road to lifelong investing." You scroll down. We talked about the blog. Right there, what you see is we're calling it SEM Market Insights. It gives a little description of it, and then the 3 latest posts. And you can go click there and this would take you to the blog itself in a new tab. And then down here, we have some articles about, like we said, kind of advertising. We have our Cornerstone program, why SEM. You get a link to the What's My Score site, and then About Us. And that's about it for the homepage as far as the content. And we did that on purpose to kind of keep it clean and navigatable for someone who's never looked at our website before. Now, drawing your attention up here to the navigation up at the top, our models page is very popular, so it's right there. We've got an advisors portal, an investor portal, a cornerstone portal, sorry, and then about again. And these are either currently the most popular places that people go or we want them to be. And then there's also a little more menu, and this will take you to specific articles that are either, again, very important right now that we see a lot of activity on, or that we want to be that way. So, and if Brandy's listening, she'll appreciate this. We got the paperwork checklist right here. So you go more paperwork checklist, and that's where you get all your new account stuff. The URL is also going to be /paperwork checklist. So if you've already got that bookmarked as semwealth.com/paperwork-checklist, it should just work, and it'll go here tomorrow. Other things as well, the risk questionnaire is linked right here. The tech blog is here. What's My Score again? Tax information. You can go here, schedule a meeting with some of the people who work here, and then contact us. We've got a contact form that'll take you right there. We also are trying a new thing for important information. Maybe it'll be a webinar. Right now it's tax information, but you'll see this orange like little banner right here. This is something we came up with. You see this on a lot of websites where it's like, hey, did you know we have a webinar coming up? Or hey, you know, tax information is available. We want to draw your attention to this kind of temporal piece of information. So you'll here, click it, takes you right to tax information. So let's just go through, I want to walk through a little bit about each page and just give you like a little introduction to it. You're free to go here right now and especially tomorrow and look through it yourself. But let's just do a little walkthrough right now. Models. So hopefully the first thing you'll notice is that, again, it's a little cleaner, a little more informative, easier to read, but all in all the same information. Sorted into tactical, dynamic, strategic, all the good stuff. In order to avoid clogging up the space with a lot of content all at once, these little toggles. So if you see, you want to say, okay, Cornerstone Bond, click on that. It drops down and you can see the fact sheet and the portfolio snapshot, and a little description. And it does that for all of the models, along with the handouts, as you can see there. And then kind of the newest bits are going to be the advisors, investors, and Cornerstone. We call them portals, but they're just different pages. So you go to the advisors page, and like I said, most of the stuff that you need to use maybe on a daily or weekly basis is going to be under the more menu, but we have more content than what is just here. And so if you're an advisor, you can go here. You'll see a nice picture of Richmond, the skyline back there, and then scroll down and we have some more things. Obviously, the most important things first, paperwork checklist, where you can get your marketing materials. There's a form there, or you can download the electronic copies. Tax information, performance estimates. I'm not going to list them all out loud, but here's where you'd go to see all these articles.
And we wanted to create a separate page. Instead of on the current website, we have the drop-down menus, which can get kind of messy. So this is a way to find all the things that you need all in one page.
Right. Yep. And so we've got this. Oh, most of these pages are going to, again, because we're really pushing the traders blog, they'll have that SEM market insights again. Let's go to the investors. Same sort of thing, but specifically catered to clients or investors. We've got our calculators page where you can go to get some links to some cool stuff. You can fill out the form to get access to our biblical approach to finances workshop. Here's a form, or if somebody wants to get hooked up with an advisor. Giving strategies, all this good stuff. a link specifically to the newsletter part of the trader's blog. FAQs, I'll just draw attention to that really quick. These are things people might ask, like who holds my assets? Like who's the custodian? Things like this. Drop down menu like that. We want this, like the YSEM and the SEM FAQs page should be like good resources for you guys to send out to potential clients. Like if they have questions, we want to be able for you guys to just link them to those pages and get most of the information there. Then Cornerstone, which we really like, different color scheme. With all the information that we want to put out there about Cornerstone, the what, the why, the how, in a way that's a little more digestible, a little more visually pleasing than on the last website. And of course, our about page, which, you know, if you're doing research, probably one of the first places you're going to go is tell me about you guys. So we've got that. We've got our timeline, our logos, a link to our behavioral approach. You can see everyone who works here, get a little description on them. Schedule a meeting if you'd like, either from here or again, you can go to the schedule a meeting page. Have a little description on our values. And honestly, like, oh, let me draw your attention to the top right again. So we have been saying, hey, if you want to go to Liberty, to access Liberty, go to our website and click the Axos logo. That's still here. Go here, click the Axos logo, opens up Liberty in a new tab. Also links to our social media on there. And then compliance stuff is in the footer like it is in most websites. We have a privacy and disclaimers page, Form CRS, ADV Part 2, all of that. And we worked on, just as kind of like a value add, we added a little search. It's not perfect. It's not as robust as maybe we'd like it to be, but it will get the job done. So for example, if you're like, I'm a new advisor, I don't know where to go to get the new account form, you can come here and search new account. And you'll notice the first result is paperwork checklist. So you click that and there it is. That'll work for most other things. Like if you're like, I hear SEM does this Cornerstone thing. Tell me about that. Cool. Some information to get you started there if you don't happen to notice the link up here. We want to make this all very obvious to everybody. And then that's pretty much all there is to the website that we wanted to talk about today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen on my phone just to show you what it looks like on mobile. We wanted this to be something that looks good on phones as well. We know that most of the time that's where people are going to hit us first, especially clients.
And while Dustin is getting that pulled up, if you guys have any questions for us regarding the website that you would like us to answer on this webinar, feel free to type them in and we'll get those at the end.
Right. So here it is on my phone. I'm rocking an iPhone, so it shouldn't really matter too much if you have an Android, but same thing, just meant to look good on a phone. You see we've got that same banner for tax information. It goes away when you scroll. Things look good. You've got your articles, but not too many. Your footer. And then the navigation is buried under this. The technical term is called a hamburger menu. I don't know. That's just what people call it. You tap that on the top right and you get your main links. And then secondary links would be under the more menu that you saw on the desktop version. But it's all the same information. You got your link to Axos there. And then you've got your search here. You can, again, new account. And there it is, paperwork checklist. And that's really all there is to the new website in terms of what you guys need to know. If you guys have questions, again, you can either type them in, or let me go back to share a screen on the desktop. You can hit our contact form here. That'll go to us. Obviously, you guys probably have our email addresses as well. Oh, yeah, well, there is one other thing. So some of you guys like to access the performance estimate page. I skipped right over that. So you'll see it says members up here. If you click here, I don't know if I'm logged in. Yes, okay. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. this requires you to log in for compliance reasons is what it amounts to. And a lot of you guys had logins to the old SEM Wealth website, and unfortunately we couldn't port that over, so you'll have to create an account. But we wanted to make it as easy as possible. So I'll kind of show you. I won't be able to show you the whole thing because I'm not going to pull up our emails. But what it would look like is you'll come here, you'll say, oh, I guess I need to create an account. Click that. And go this. Click sign up. And it'll send you a link to your email. You click it to confirm, or you can copy and paste the link, and that is it. There is no password involved here. If you end up getting logged out in the future, you can come here to sign in. You type in your email address again, and it'll send you what they call a magic link. And you take that link and you can either click it or you can copy and paste it, and it logs you in automatically. So there's no managing a password for our public website. And just to be clear, this has nothing to do with Liberty. It has nothing to do with Axos. This is completely separate from that. But to access the performance estimate part of our website, you will need this account.
Right, and as of right now, that's the only part of the website that's behind a login. Everything else is available to them. We want it to be as painless as possible. It's just something the SEC does require us that you at least say you're a professional investor to access that page.
The technical details, I mentioned it a little earlier, I think. I'm going to switch this over from test site to just regular old semwealth.com tonight. But it's not going to be immediate for everyone, which is why I'm going to do it overnight. By tomorrow morning, everyone should be seeing this page for semwealth.com. If you happen to go to semwealth.com tonight after hours, you may see either one. And we're going to make a few small tweaks between then and now. So that is what it is. But for the most part, what you're seeing right now is exactly what you're going to see tomorrow. Again, if you have any questions, send them in the chat here. We'll check it right now, or use the contact form or email us. You all know how to get a hold of us. And
yeah, I'll just do a quick recap. I know we had several people, came in a little bit late. The main thing right across the top is everything that are the most popular pages on the current website. You can see right there models. That is the same layout. It's just a little bit more condensed, divided out tactical, dynamic, strategic. You'll see there's even some additional things that weren't on the former models page, such as the platinum portfolios and the small account models that we set up for things like simple plans, employer retirement plans, where there's a very small amount going in that we've set up for other advisors. And then advisors tab, where you're used to the drop down menu, we don't have that anymore, but the key things are right there on the top in those first few tiles. And then, as Dustin's highlighting, the more button has both the paperwork checklist and our risk questionnaire, which are obviously the two most popular uses of our website on the advisor side. And then finally, all the way off to the right, we have the Access logo, and that's the same place where people go to log into Liberty. And so we tried to make it clean. We tried to make it something that it still functions the same way as the old one, just might look a little bit different, but it's all still there. If you do have any questions, as they said, don't be afraid to reach out, and we will help you through that.
awesome. Let me check and see if anybody submitted any questions. I don't see any. Cool, awesome. Well, this replay will be available pretty quickly after we're done here. We'll send it out. And
we'll also work on creating a little cheat sheet for the most popular. So paperwork checklist, trader's blog, risk questionnaire, so that you know how to get to all of those.
right, we want this to be, ultimately this website is not really for us, it's for you and for our clients. And so anything we can do to help you guys navigate it and use it effectively and make it effective for you guys, like, we are all ears for that. With that being said, I don't have anything else to cover. To you guys?
Nope.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the new website, and we appreciate you all. Have a good day.